What up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy P. Skip. Welcome to the best half hour of your entire Tuesday. You know what time it is. It's time to get into his course. My squad with me, T-Mac.
Hola.
Chili Will.
Gracias, amigo.
Let's do this. Luke chapter 14, verses 28 through 30 in the New Living Translation says this. But don't begin until you count the cost. For who begins construction of a building without first calculating the cost to see if there's enough money to finish it? Otherwise, you might complete only the foundation before running out of money, and then everyone will laugh at you. They would say, there's the person who started that building and couldn't afford to finish it. I say that, I read that, because right now, after game 2, we have some frustrated Bucks fans. And
Okay.
my question is this. Going by the scriptures I just read, do you think that maybe the Bucks don't have all of the money, all of the personnel, all of the players to finish the task? Do you think that's question number 1? Question number 2 is this. Should we be concerned, and who should take more of the blame? Should it be on Coach Bud or should it be on the players? I'll go with the one with the maddest mean mug right now, Willie Chili Will Wade. Go ahead, man.
Man, I'm so frustrated by the Bucks, man. I don't know what to do. Coach Bud is not doing his best job of coaching. The players are not doing their best job of competing. They so inconsistent. They look different every night. You never know which team is going to show up. You never know which player is going to show up. In my estimation, one of the reasons why Giannis is hurt, because he has to play too hard and play too long. He's not getting enough help from his teammates. If he got a little help from his teammates, he could dial it down a little bit and pace himself and just come in when needed. Right now, he can't even go out the game without them. As soon as he go out the game, they lose their lead. So it's just frustrating, man. It's enough blame to go around to everybody.
T-Mac.
I would have to agree with everything that Will has just, laid out. What's particularly disappointing is over the past 2 years, where there seemed to be, a lot of hype surrounding the team, particularly here, local with the local contingent of fans. I didn't think that they had, what it took to, get to the Eastern Conference Finals, let alone the NBA championship finals. And this year, they really showed some mettle. Now, along the way, they had some very, very fortuitous occurrences. James Harden messing up his hamstring game 1 in that series, Kyrie Irving going down also in that series, and even Trae Young, the heart and soul of Atlanta Hawks, getting hurt in a freakish kind of a way in that series. So they had some breaks, so to speak. The difference this time is they're playing against a Phoenix team that low-key is better than what they were as advertised. They swept the Denver team that I thought was solid even without Jamal Murray. They also came in and handled, the number 1 seed out west, Utah, and they put LeBron out. So they ain't no joke. Coach Monty Williams is great, and I think they have what has emerged as a big 3. CP3, of course, and Devin Booker, but that DeAndre Ayton center dude, though he's young and it's talked about as being a great prospect, the way he's been playing, he's been a grown man out there. And as far as I'm concerned, he's an all-star too. So they got a big 3, and they're healthy, and the Bucks aren't catching any breaks. And to Will's point about the inconsistency, that's what's been so frustrating, because the Bucks have really risen to the occasion up until this point. They've shown some resilience. They've shown some grit, more so than they've had in the past. And I thought that the pain of the past 2 playoffs exits early would have given them enough fuel to recognize that opportunities of a lifetime have to be taken in the lifetime of the opportunity. Drew Holiday, on Will's point about the help piece, and Chris Middleton, I won't even go into Chris. Chris, we have well chronicled his inconsistencies, but Drew Holiday in particular is been underwhelming for me. Former All-Star, he's a defensive stalwart. You know, he's balling out on defense, and maybe some of the energy he's have to exert on the defensive side has impacted his offense. But I don't know. He's missed a lot of gimmies and shots at the rim that this is the finals, man. This ain't no time to be just horsing around. You got to make those baskets. I can't have you going 4 for 16 or and 3 for 17 in back-to-back games. This is for all the marbles now. And even though nobody's perfect and everybody has flaws, there is something that's called elevate your game. So when I get to the brightest of lights, when I get to the largest of stakes, when I get to the situation that when it means the most, something in me as a grown man is supposed to step up and say, I'm doing this because I'm not going to let myself nor the team down. And they've done that these past, 2 games. That game 2, they should have won game 2, even though they played terrible. Get the rebound. Don't, extend possessions for Phoenix by letting them get 3 and 4 shots to get a basket. Come on, man. That's a absolute no-no with the stakes being as high as they are. The final thing I'll say is, unlike those other series where I, was pretty confident that the Bucks, okay, if they can muster it up, and I believe they will, to pull through, they did. I'm not as confident in this particular stage that they can win the series, let alone, pull off a game or 2, because to Will's point, they've been inconsistent. Phoenix is locked in. And although Giannis and Chris Middleton have been together for 8 years, CP3 has been in the league 16, double that time. This is his first time in the finals. And when he was playing with Houston, they had an opportunity to knock off a virtually unbeatable Golden State team. They went up 3-2. He pulled his hamstring, thought that James Harden would be able to lead the rest of the team to at least one more win so they can get to the finals. They didn't. So Chris Paul understands that this is a precarious situation. You can't take anything for granted. You got to do it now. And I don't know if the Bucks have the muster to really pull it through, because that catches up to you at some point in time. And this might be the series where it catches up to them. Those flaws that they've had, that they've been able to get away with, it might cost them, and it might cost them the series in this particular instance.
Yeah, I agree with everything that both of you guys are saying. I think what we're really seeing is exactly who we have in Chris Middleton and exactly who we have in Drew Holiday. Giannis has still been, even with a hobbled knee, he still put up 42 in game 2.
Yeah.
Hey, let me just say this. Now, excuse me. Let me just say this. That performance by Giannis in game 2 is one of the most dominating performances that I've ever seen in the NBA finals. I mean, he just was unstoppable.
Hey, man, and I'll raise you one. Then I'll let you jump back in, Patrick, Skip, finish your point. It was one of the best performances I've seen of Giannis. It took my respect for him up another level. They weren't supposed to lose that game based on how he was playing, and he playing on a half bum knee. And y'all gonna let him play like that, and y'all gonna lose still? That was real foul. Go ahead, Pastor Skip.
Again, yeah, I agree with everything y'all say. The amount of screams and hollers and lip biting that I did over game 2 was just crazy. What I'm seeing with this team is there is no closer. The Bucks have good starting pitching, but they don't have any closers. And so when you need, who can you turn to and say, hey, listen, they doubling Giannis. Which one of y'all 2 can get me a bucket? Which one of y'all 3 can get me a bucket? Lopez, can you get me a bucket? Drew, Uncle Drew, can you get me a bucket? Chris, can you get me a bucket? It's proven that they can't, or it's proven that they won't. And I don't understand. I seen this thing that was out that was saying that, hey, the Bucks play a whole lot better when Giannis ain't on the floor. Garbage. That's full garbage.
Garbage.
Pure garbage.
Garbage.
Pure garbage. What I'm seeing is this. I'm seeing players that maybe have played up to their potential, and they are who we thought they were, which makes me say, once again, I don't think they can win a championship with Chris Middleton on the squad. I think they're going to have to trade and get a closer on this team, because Giannis is a great first through third quarter, even fourth and a half. Half a third, all of third, half a fourth. But somebody's got to go, okay, I'll take it from here. Let them foul me. I'll make the free throws. Let me get these buckets, create a shot. I'll do that. The other piece is this. I asked the question, who should get more of the blame, the players or Coach Bud? I've been the first to say I've been the hardest on Bud out of everybody on this show.
You have. You wanted him fired in November. Yeah, you have.
I still do. But here's what I'll say. Bud ain't shooting one shot. Bud ain't getting one rebound or not getting a rebound. Bud ain't stopping one person. You can have all the schemes you want, but it's up to the players to execute. And so for that, part of me looks at the players and go, what if you ain't running Bud's scheme, whose scheme are you running? I'm sure Bud is saying, Giannis, don't shoot another three. I'm sure he's saying it, but Giannis is still pulling them. I'm sure he's saying, Giannis, work on your free throws. And Giannis may be. But there's some times in the clutch, we need them shots. We need them buckets. I'm sure he's saying, listen, take some of the weight off of Giannis. Drew, you bring it down. You the point guard. You why I got you here. This is why I got you here. Bring the ball down. Take some of this focus off of Giannis. Let him go get his position and then give him the ball. Because the reality of it is, once he goes in the post, Ayton can't do nothing with him. He's too weak. He proved that on, I think, like his first dunk of the game, where he gave him the shoulder, pushed him up under the hoop, and dunked on him left-handed. That Ayton is not strong enough to hold Giannis. Now, what will happen is you'll have Crowder banging him, but Crowder only gets to bang him 6 times, and then he's out the game. So I'm looking at this and going, there has to be a different scheme than this. There has to be a different understanding that, okay, the schemes we came up worked great to get us to the Eastern Conference Finals, but what we gonna come up with that's gonna get us the chip?
Yeah, and to that point, Pastor Skip, it's on the players now. We're in the finals. Coach Bud, with all of his whatever, all his misconceptions or the misses that he has, the deficiencies, if you will, as a coach. Coach
Right.
Bud, hey, I took y'all to 60 games. We're here. I pulled y'all through. Somewhere along the line, you have to have some accountability. We also forget that Coach Bud got about 3 or 4 championship rings too. I think when he was with Coach Popovich with the Spurs.
Yeah,
So,
4.
4. So he's
Yes.
quiet as kept. Coach Bud is no slouch. And I think at this particular time, there comes opportunities in the game where the scheme has either been defended, the team we're playing against, we got a 7-game series. They done figured out what we're going to do. They know we're going to do it. Your job as the player is to say, hey, look, you can't stop me. I'm getting the bucket. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to go right here to the elbow like the old school Packers used to do when they used to run the sweeps with Paul Horning them. Hey, we're going to run a sweep right. Hey, defense, we running a sweep right. And we're going to run it, and you can't stop it because I'm determined to outdo you. That comes from the inside. When Coach Monty Williams told DeAndre Ayton in that little viral clip about, hey, man, look at me. I know if you got, if Giannis is doing this thing, you ain't doing this, you ain't doing that. Just be a force out. He told him to be a force. That means be out there and have your presence felt because you're making an impact. You're either diving for a loose ball, you're getting the key block, you're doing something that's productive. And if we're going through a drought, where they've scored 6 to 8 points in a row, or they've scored a 10-0 run, and we've missed 5 or 6 3-pointers, somebody on the team is supposed to say, hey, man, look, stop shooting 3-pointers. I'm going to the hole, and I'm either going to get fouled and hit both free throws, or I'm going to get an and one, or I'm going to get a bucket. I'm doing it. You ain't got to call no play, Coach Bud. Sit down. I got this. I'm a professional player. We're here in the championship. Every little kid across America had the 3, 2, 1. We all had that dream. Y'all living the dream. Y'all in the moment, and you're not stepping up. That's on you. That ain't on the coach. And it's foul that they ain't living up to what they supposed to be, because when Giannis came out and played the way he played in game 2, he recognized, hey, y'all, we're in the finals, man. I'll play on he told them I'll play on the bum knee to get this. When you have that kind of inspiration, that kind of leadership from your 2-time MVP who's shooting air balls from the free throw line and is still saying, I'm going to give my best, know-how, got the other team counting down, 1, 2. I mean, just you got your boy going through all of this and you ain't giving him no help. He ought to bust all of them jokers in the face at halftime. So what is y'all doing? This, come on, you know what I'm saying? This is, we a brotherhood, you know. You can't, come
calm
on,
down.
man.
Hey, calm down.
Okay, let me take it over, Will.
Hey, did you see when in one huddle where he was all up in their faces? When Giannis was in every player's face, slapping his fist on the chair and everything, talking about, come on, let's ball.
Do that all game.
It's frustrating because, honestly, Giannis, we lost Will, but we'll keep it moving. Mm-hmm. Here's the other thing that I think is also kind of frustrating for me. And that is the fact that you saw what Trae Young did to us in the pick and roll. You saw what Trae Young did to us in the pick and roll, and yet you're letting CP3 do the exact same thing, and you haven't changed your defensive schemes. Mm-hmm. Let me just say this about the defense and scheme.
Yeah.
Tim, I'm with you on this.
Yes, sir.
Man, all defensives and schemes is out the window.
Yes, sir.
You just got to put the ball in the basket and stop your man from putting the ball in the basket. Don't get any more elementary than that. The Phoenix Suns foul Giannis on purpose. They know that he only going to make one bucket at the most. So that's a great defense. They win by 10 points. The 10 points they winning by is the 10 free throws that he missing.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So they know that's a good strategy. And they players make their open shots. Our players we miss so many bunnies. We should be up 2-0. We made our bunnies. We make our bunnies and our open shots. We up 2-0. We can't shoot. And they players, rookies, young dudes, just coming. The Johnson guy ain't missed a shot in 2 weeks.
Right.
I mean, it's crazy. How you let Mikal Bridges get this many points? Mikal Bridges,
right.
And the other guy barely in the league. He got one leg in the league and one on a banana peel. He's scoring 16, 17 points on y'all. It comes down to, at this point, it's pride. And if I don't see no pride in the Bucks tomorrow, I mean, they had the momentum going, and Connaughton come down and throw the ball directly to the other team and mess the momentum up. Connaughton, shoot the ball.
Exactly. Stop
overpassing. Who you trying to throw the ball to? You wide open at the 3, shoot.
Right. And hit when you shoot it.
Man, it's frustrating, man. Is there anything else we can talk about besides
before you answer the question, Patrick Skip, I just said this one last thing. I would say if the Bucks don't win the championship, to me, I won't, pull out any hair because ain't none left, first of all. But more importantly, they've had a phenomenal season. I mean, my hat goes off to them. I salute the team, the energy, the excitement, the economic impact to the city, the cultural impact. I mean, it's been a great ride. And sometimes when you're on your way to a destination, it's not always getting there that matters most. It was the journey along the way. So, hey, they've had a phenomenal season and it was wonderful. Now, the coup d'etat, of course, would be the winning of the championship. I ain't gonna front. However, I think they've had such a great run that if this is indeed the end of the line, it was phenomenal. But at this particular stage, Ain't no more gimmies. You got to take this. And if you lose it, it just shows that you didn't take it. And if you didn't have the gumption to take it, perhaps you didn't deserve it anyway.
Well, look, it took CP3 16 years
Yes, sir.
of his life, of his career to get to this point. And it appears to me that he just wants it more than the Bucks want it. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah,
It
same
really
here.
does look like CP is really imposing his will on this game. Literally. It looks like
we got guys who get paid to play defense.
right.
You know, we talk about Drew Holiday's defense. The last time I checked, the Phoenix Suns guards is the ones who killing us.
Right. I agree. And where are they killing us? On that pick and roll. Where
You all defense,
back it up.
Play some defense. You all world defense, you are Olympian. I want to see something.
Right.
Both of the guys can't have 30. Both of them got 30. What's going on? Who holding? Can you stop one of them? Both of them got 30.
Right.
Let me say this though, Will. And here's why, I'm not panicking in this. Both of them had 30 and he only beat us by 10. That says, and you didn't have a good shooting game by neither Middleton nor
Drew Holiday.
And so for me, that at least says, okay, there's still a possibility that we could win this series if these guys just come up to average. Because if they're missing, they also don't put any pressure on CP3 and them to play D.
Man, Pastor Skip, this is what it comes down to for me. This is where I am with this series in the Bucks. I want to see y'all do one thing, rebound. I just want to see y'all rebound. Y'all getting killed on the glass. I want to see y'all rebound. Y'all not, because rebounding shows how hungry you are and determined you are and how much you want the ball. Rebounding is a reflection of that. They just killing us on the boards, man. Them little bitty dudes getting rebounds. I'm like, how these little dudes getting rebounds?
Yeah. It's like they're watching it versus, we were taught when the ball goes up, back up.
Yeah.
Right.
They just jump. They don't even back up.
Watching the ball go over their heads and seeing where it's going to fall and hopefully somebody else will get it. But it's not like they're going after the ball to get it, like you said. And I agree.
I just want to see them rebound. Y'all can miss shots, miss free throws, just rebound. Because to me, rebounding is where you compete.
Yeah, that eliminates those second and third shots for them, and it also gives us second and third shots.
Man, and plus it gets the other team in foul trouble when you get them extra rebounds like that.
Yeah, it cuts off possessions for the other team. If the other team is outscoring you in second chance points by a 2-1 margin, you eliminate those second chance points, you win the game. You shot atrociously, and like to your point, Pastor Skip, still only lost by 10. Giannis, I think, shot 11 from 18 or 19 from the free throw line. So that's 7 or 8 of the points right there. And the missed shots were the other difference. So you cut down on those extended possessions, hit your open shots or more of your open shots. We get a win, we get a steal, we change the entire complexion of this particular series. So to add one more to Will's point, all he wants to see is the rebounding. Me too. Plus, I want to see y'all shooting a higher percentage than 35%. Give me somewhere between 45 and 50. If you take 20 shots, you got to make 9 or 10. Don't be making 3 or 4 for 20. That ain't going to cut it. This is the finals, man. This is the championship. You ain't shame that you looking this raggedy. You know what I'm saying? Step your game up. You are a pro. Some of y'all that made some all-star teams. Show that. This is where you show improve on the biggest stage.
Players are Olympians. 3 of them Olympians. Giannis gonna play he gonna play for Greece. We got 3 Olympians on our team.
Come on, man. So just give us some more give us some more grit and hit more of the shots and we can win. So to your point, Brother Skip, I think can they have the potential to win? I think they do. I mean, they got this far, like I said, by grit, determination, resilience. They took it to another level this year prior to what they've done in the past 2 years. I think this is a different team, dare I say better team than the last 2 years that we've had. However, my question is, will they? Can they? Yes. Will they? I'll stay tuned.
Hey, Bledsoe at home saying it wasn't me. Y'all thought it was me. It wasn't me.
Facts.
Hey,
it wasn't me.
Let me say this though. Here has been the pattern of the Bucks. They lost the first two in Brooklyn. They lost the first one here against Atlanta. They've been known to start slow. I don't know if it's good or bad, but I think another reason why I'm not panicking is because Phoenix did what they were supposed to do. Keep home court advantage.
Yeah. If they win 2 home games, they right back in the mix. But
that's why I'm not panicking.
I don't see it. To me, Phoenix is toying with them.
Well, we'll see. We'll see after game 3. Game 3 is, to me, is the telltale sign.
Yeah, they gotta win game.
Well, game three is always in all of the series. Game 3 is the crucial game.
Right.
Out of all the games you win, you want to win game 3.
Game 3 and game 5, I say.
Yeah, you got to win game 3, because if you don't win game 3, sometimes it ain't a game 5.
Right.
Game 3 is, and then game 3 is either you're gonna be up 3-0 or you're gonna be getting back in the series 2-1. That game 3 is a crucial game.
Right. And so that's why I haven't panicked yet, y'all. That's why I'm not tripping yet. That's why I'm not ready to jump off the bridge yet. But I do know this. Game 3 is crucial, but I still think the Bucks can pull it out. I still have faith in the Bucks. I still believe Milwaukee's going to be having the ship. I do believe we will be wearing championship T-shirts around this piece and hats. So with that being said, listen, fellas, another great show. Be back here with us next week, y'all. Same bat time, same bat channel. Joy 1340 AM, 98.7 FM at the #1 faith-based talk show in the entire world. Into his courts. Until next week.